back to the Werner Hyundai Weekly Podcast. We are here today with Dusty, a sales advisor here at Werner Hyundai, and he's going to answer some questions about the difference between leasing and buying vehicles. So, how you doing, Dusty?
I'm good, Ellie. How are you? Excited.
Good. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
What would you say are the key differences between leasing and buying a vehicle, and how do these options cater to different financial and lifestyle needs?
Absolutely. So buying a vehicle, basically everybody knows how to purchase a vehicle. Mm-hmm. You're going to get standard terms, down payment, and you're going to get a monthly payment. And at the end of that term, you're going to have the ability to either trade that vehicle in, or if you pay it off, you're going to own the vehicle. If you lease, it's a little bit different. At the end of your lease, you have a couple different options. You could either keep the vehicle, you could trade it in, or you could lease again. So leasing is going to give you a few more options as opposed to purchasing, that kind of open up things for you at the end of your term.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of leasing, what would you say are like very specific pros and cons of leasing?
So with leasing, you're going to have...
you already kind of mentioned one.
Yeah, sure. So with leasing, a downfall, I would say, to leasing is you have a mileage cap, So let's start over. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So ask the question one more time.
Yeah. What are like some of the pros and cons of leasing? You already said a pro is that you can have more like flexibility with what you do instead of buying a car. What would you say are some cons maybe?
Some cons, you have mileage, but you can set your mileage to, 12,000, 15,000, 18,000. You have options. So if you drive a little bit more, your mileage cap isn't such of a big deal.
Right.
Some pros, I would say, is you can trade in after 3 years, So, you have options. So if technology or things change, you're going to be able to kind of advance with that technology and change.
Yeah, it's easier to update. Yeah.
Sure.
How does the decision between leasing and buying a vehicle affect factors like maintenance cost, insurance, and overall budgeting, or does it?
So I wouldn't really say that it matters, because if you purchase or lease Hyundai here, we're going to give you 3 years of free maintenance.
Oh, nice.
We actually offer you 5 years. We give you 2 extra years through our dealership. So as far as maintenance and coverage and things like that, we're going to take care of you on that. Insurance costs, those things are just really going to depend on your driving.
Personal.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's not really going to affect you too much on that end, because we do take care of as far as maintenance goes, insurance, things like that. So
if I'm personally trying to decide whether I want to lease or buy a car, are there specific factors that I should consider in my own personal life and then let that determine whether I should lease or buy?
Well, sure. So also with the miles. So if you drive a lot, you're going to lean towards purchasing a vehicle, because, you don't want to put too many miles on a lease. It really all just depends on your lifestyle and what you're looking for. If you're going to hold on to your vehicle and you plan on driving it for a while, then you want to purchase, But if you want to be able to update and upgrade through technology and as it comes, then leasing's probably more towards you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are there any special Werner Hyundai offers or financial incentives to leasing specifically?
So right now, I'll give you a great example of one. On our Ioniq vehicles, they offer a $7,500 leasing credit. So,
oh, wow.
Whereas Uncle Sam was offering that credit before, we're actually going to give you that credit right off the bat. So
it's not a bad deal.
No, and most of our electric vehicles, even our non-electric vehicles, are going to have some kind of incentive or something going. And the cool thing is they've got it for both lease and purchase. It changes from month to month, but there's always some good options out there.
Yeah. What would you say, and we'll kind of close it out with this, is like the most common question or the most often question you get about leasing specifically?
Well, a lot of people are kind of scared of leasing because they really don't know. They've only heard what other people have told them.
I don't know that much about it either.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, leasing just gives you more options. So, if at the end, you find out that, hey, I really don't like the vehicle, you can trade it in and lease again, and you have the option to do that. Or if you love the vehicle, then you can go ahead and purchase it and finance that and, keep it.
So kind of a good way to test it out at first.
Sure, absolutely. I feel like leasing just gives you more options than where a purchase, you're just set with one option,
right?
And that's it.
And then you have to sell it and get something new if you want something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add about leasing or buying and the difference between it?
It's always a good time to come check out your options.
Yes.
You know, whether you're wanting to explore getting into something new, pre-owned. You can't lease a pre-owned vehicle. So let's throw that
That's
out
good
there.
to know, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're gonna have to go new to do that. But we'd love to show you all the options, and then like we said, with the incentives and rebates and stuff that are out there, come check it out. It's always a good time.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. And always,
Sure,
you
Allie.
can come out to Werner Hyundai, meet Dusty. He'll show you around. And be sure to tune in to our next weekly podcast. It's on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah.